right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Camera Culture, a series from Well FM that puts the diverse creators of the NFT photography movement into focus. I am your host, the Cryptolorian, and I have a very, very special guest today, Gül. Gül is a Fujifilm official photographer, a curator, a cinema writer, a light artist, and just does some amazing, amazing work. Welcome to the show. I'm very excited to have you on. It's so exciting. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm so fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good because I've been wanting to have this interview for quite some time. I'm a big fan of your work, and I love seeing it. And it's such a pleasure to have you on. And yeah, and we're here with Pelin too, who will help us translate anything we need. Pelin is a superstar, so very, very excited to have you both.
Thank you so much, DC, and thank you, Pelin, all the time.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me in your interview, and I'm sure it's going to be a very lovely one.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's get started. First off, Gül, tell us about yourself because we really want to know. I mean, your work is fantastic. It's a lot of people love it, and including myself. And we want to know about you. So let's start with that.
Thank you so much. I live in Istanbul. Of course, you know, and my photography life is so interesting, and actually, I have been taking photographs since I guess my high school, and my big sis bought a Zenit machine, you know, Zenit films machine, bought camera, and for our family, and I was taking photos that years, you know, high school years, and I continue to take photos at the university, especially university buildings for the archive, my university, and then I took a long break. I don't know why, but it happened, and because I guess I also had music in life. I'm a professional musician. Get used to be maybe 15 years ago, and I was doing music in professional state. And different stages, I was a working engineer at the same time. So many works at the same time, you know, and I was. I guess 15 years ago, I start again the photography, and I was going to some friends outside take photograph, and after a while, I started to work as a trainer, photography trainer, maybe, you know, and I studied photography at university, and then I did masters of cinema department. My life work and take photo and watch movie, you know, and write article. That's it.
Wow.
It works.
Wow, that is amazing. So I have a few questions. So you said you worked as an engineer.
Yes.
What type of engineering were you in?
I'm a food engineering, but denetim neydi? Onu hatırlamaya çalışıyorum, Pelin. Denetim. Pelin, duyuyor musun?
Okay.
Denetim ne demek? Yani bazı fabrikaları denetliyordum.
She was doing the auditing thing, about food in some of the factories, food processing companies and stuff.
Ah, okay, cool. Very cool.
Değil mi? Bakanlık çalışıyordun.
Yes, agriculture ministry, and interesting job. Looks like Inspector Gadget, you know. So funny, but yeah, a little boring, you know.
Yes, yes.
So many texts, etc.
That's
So many raw as text, so boring.
so boring. Yes.
and resigned or quit 4 years ago and became a full-time artist.
Oh, that's awesome. And I see that you do a lot of so you write and you do cinematography.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, you do photography, cinematography, you write. Wow. I mean, it's just you have a lot going on, and it shows in your work. I'm going to put some of it on the screen as we talk because your work is just fantastic. Maybe you tell us a little bit about your cinematography, how you got into it, what you like about it, and how you feel it influences your photography.
Yes, I guess I like movies when I young, and I like so many film director or art director. Some, for example, maybe Igmar Bergman, Kieslowski. I like and I so affected, I guess, film director, and but I like photography too. Or I like different arts, so impressed me some film directors, some movies, some books, some poet, maybe poem, or sculpture, or painter, Rembrandt, Caravaggio, Correggio. I like them and very impressed for them.
Now, you're inspired by these pieces, right? This artwork, and does that inspire you to take certain type of photography, or do you just enjoy, geometric shapes, black and white? Is it something completely different, or is it kind of on that same vein?
DC, I started actually photography with architectural photography. Most people, so many friends, people take portraits or landscape, maybe, and so many times our models are usually our friends or our family, but I started architecture photography because you said the feeling of space and fullness, I like so much, and light and shadow and lines effect me a lot, that. And I guess I like, it's like the, mathematics of photography, maybe. I like a normal life. I don't like mathematics, but photography, I like math, lines, shape, light, shadow, space, so many space, and fullness, feeling. I like so much.
Wow. Yeah, and it shows from your work because you can get that. It almost feels like a movie set. All of these pieces that I'm just scrolling through here, it definitely has I don't like the word epic, but it really does have this sense of epic feel to this, with the spaces and the geometry and the composition, everything, and it really shows that you're quite a master of your work.
Thank you so much. Glad you like it.
I love it. And how did you develop this style? Is it just something that you fell into, or did it take a while for you to get really into this?
I guess I read a book about architecture photography for a long time ago. I mean, and I don't know. I like some people. Maybe Sun Tzu, Anthony's fi- philosophy or philosophy. I don't know. I like them, and so I like. I guess Salgado. Maybe Salgado and Van Ho. There is they are so famous photographer. And Turkish photographer Ara Güler, maybe he took documentary, but I like him tones, BV, black and white tones especially, and so many work on Photoshop, and so many times take this style, and in the time, I guess I take these photos. I don't know, but so much practice, so much practice, so important. This style.
Oh, absolutely. And I just stopped at this particular shot because I love the capture that you have here. It's so interesting. The reflections off, the man sitting over on the left, the reflection of him, the birds flying. I mean, there's a lot going on in this shot, and even the reflection over to the right. It's just very well balanced, and I gotta say, it's fantastic, and it does show that you've spent a lot of time developing these skills and really honing your craft. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Yes, thank you. That photograph in Istanbul, some yes. Yes, this is I like so much reflection, and I mostly use reflection for my photos. This building is so famous building, Haydar Pasha train station, and I took from ferry. This is a moment photography, and so many Turks friends, I guess, took same or similar photos. I don't know. maybe Pelin tell me. Tell us.
I have a question before we get into NFTs. Maybe tell me a little bit about the photography. So you have you're teaching folks, right?
Yes. Yes.
And tell me about what you do in the real world, outside of this Web3.
Yes. I guess 10 years ago, moved to Istanbul. And I started to give trainings there too. Before I lived another city, capital of Turkey, in Ankara, Maybe you heard, I don't know. Move Istanbul, and I started to give trainings there too. And after 2 years, I became a Fujifilm official photographer and trainer. And at the same time, I founded you call it art memory workshop groups, and I have so many students now, and maybe thousands. I have thousands students now, and tomorrow we will travel with my students.
Wow! And so where do you travel to when you go and teach them?
Near the Istanbul, but this year, different Turkey cities or Romania. I have planned Romania, Amsterdam, but before we went to go Prague with my students. Prague, Bratislava, Dresden, Germany, or etc. So many different country and a different city, because I like the travel. You know, I like to know different culture, different country. You know, different maybe religion. I don't know. I like so much see another culture and people, you know, because it's necessary for art, I guess, or for photography.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. It is certainly necessary to get out there and take these wonderful shots. And I am just amazed by how you capture this. And we're looking at your street photography right now. How you capture these moments, and it's just every shot is very, very well curated, and really tells a story. And I think that you must be a really, really good teacher.
Thank you. Maybe if you want to come to Istanbul, we take photos together. Pelin,
oh wow. I would love to.
But we have to learn your real name, and we have to see your face.
Yes.
That is true. That is true. I did a spoiler. I did post a picture last night, and my reflection's in there. So if anyone wants to go look at that, you can see a little bit of me.
Maybe take photo, but we are close your face with the any PFP, you know.
This is very close to me, very close. I don't have these really cool glasses. I wish I did. I would wear them all the time. But yeah, what you see is pretty much what you get.
Oh no, it's okay.
So you're, what would you say, you know, as a teacher, what would you say that you're most excited about teaching your students?
I tell them, please read about not just photography, so many styles, so many art, about art, different art, sculpture, painting, or sociology, you know, history, because we need this. Because I guess when we read or when we knowledge different things, I guess our photography became different, you know, and nasıl ifade edeceğimi bilemedim bunu. Yani daha geniş bir açıdan, yani farklı disiplin, sanat disiplinlere daha geniş açıdan bakmayı öğreniyoruz. Yani
Okay.
çok önemli.
Yeah, because She says, she recommends them to read and do all sort of stuffs about art because that gives them a perspective, a broader perspective of how to see art, and develops your way of looking at photography. That's why she recommends them to read a lot.
I love that. And we talked about some of your reads, which is the philosophy and reading about different photographers. And I have to say, so I do think that is 100% right. In my own journey, when I start learning about different photographers, if I and how they set up their compositions, looking at their work, I find that it makes my photography a lot better when I'm thinking about the shots. So I have to say that is a very great strategy, honestly.
Yes, because photography is not just push the button.
Right.
Because eyes, our heart and knowledge is so important for that.
Absolutely. It's not, it definitely is not push the button, because I mean you could have 10 people take the same shot, and the person maybe with the right eye, or the right angle, or the right settings on their camera, etc., may come out much better than everyone else.
Yes,
and really it takes a lot of practice and a lot of heart to get to that stage.
definitely agree. Definitely.
All right, so I have to now. How did you find? So you've been in photography for a while. You have this great background in cinematography. Your master's degree, etc. You're teaching, and how did you hear about NFTs?
Before that, by the way, I have written 3 books in total. I want to say that one of them is about street photography and composition, and the other one is about minimalism from photography to cinema, and a third, the last one is about cinema again, and about a film director I admire. I told you before, Ingmar Bergman films, and I research especially a persona film, persona movie. Maybe it's about the concept of persona, the alienation, of man or woman from society, him or herself, and his or her work, and scan analysis, and I think it will be published this month. I'm so excited about that, and it is an academic book, and I'm very excited because this book will be a textbook in universities in cinema departments. You understand me, I guess.
Wow.
I'm so excited now. And so I'm so happy because I took photo, yes, but write so different things, and so happy, or made me very happy. Took photo and write article. I saw, especially last year, I guess I bought three or pardon 200 books I bought because I need, or I want to write, and before I know read a lot of book, about that, and so many. I have so many books in my house, and I like them. My books are my friends, I guess. I want to share my happiness about that. And NFT, yes, NFT, I entered, I guess, February, this February. And my first collection about ballerinas and I guess blur effect, and second collection, Children of the Earth, and maybe sold out. My so many collection are sold out, and I donated some collection proceed, for the education of children. I think you understand me. Yes, this collection to photograph, still wait. one sold. I hope one day people understand that photography, that style, or yes, last one sold, and to wait, but it's okay. Can stay there. I like this style, and I like, uh, we are still new in the NFT field. There is a lot of there is a lot to do, and there is a lot to learn. Think, I'm new. I guess NFT, not photography, but NFT field. I'm new, and I learn every day different things, and I like so many great friends here, you, Pelin, or so many friends, and way friends, way group friends. I'm so happy, but sometimes, of course, um, all photographers, or all artists, some have issue, especially invisible, be visible, and I don't know. NFT is a nice thing, sometimes so hard for me or another artist friends I know, because we talk about so many friends artists this issue, or NFT. So nice platform, but so sometimes so hard.
Yes.
Yes.
That is absolutely true. So first question, I hearing about your book, that sounds super exciting. Will it be available in English?
English. My book.
Yes.
For my book, yes, I really leave hard time for, for this, but thanks to so many Turkish books, Turkish books, and my professor, so kind person, helped me about things. But I guess read English easy for me, but talk, English is not mother tongue, and we should so many practice, actually, and believe me, maybe 8 months ago, my English maybe nothing, maybe nothing. Pelin knows Pelin knows. Maybe she tell now. I really so make practice.
May I? Yes, actually, I met her, I think 6, 7 months ago, and her English was really, limited to a few words. And right now, she can easily speak and understand many of the things. And I'm really, really, this is something I admire in her a lot, because she did this on her own, and this is another thing she developed by herself. So this is a really admirable thing, I think. And I'm pretty sure in a very short time she's going to be much more fluent. So she doesn't even need me anymore.
Oh no, I need you. Thank you so much, Pelin. You are always kind for me or another friends. Always kind.
I love it, and I think your English is just fine. I mean, you sound fantastic. Some words you speak much better than me. There are times I don't even think I know English, but I will say that the reason I asked if your book was going to be in English is because I would love to read it, honestly, and learn from it. I think that would be fantastic, and it's just so cool to hear that it will be used at the university, because honestly, I think you have a lot to teach people, and it just shows. So by your work, so I think that's amazing.
Thank you. We talk about that. My cinema book with my professor. Actually, we have planning translate to English. I hope short times it's happened. I want to this translate English, because so many friends asked me, do we read? And I hope so, but I will try, and I asked it for my professor at the university.
That's amazing. So you jumped into NFTs in February, and what was your first reaction? As someone who's been doing photography and other stuff in the arts for a long time, what was your first reaction to what the NFT space was?
I'm shocked because very different from traditional art, but at the same time, I guess similar yönleri var. Nasıl diyeceğim? Kafa gitti.
She says it's very different from traditional art, but also it has very similar ways to traditional art.
Yes. Definitely, because Pelin knows me, but I know Pelin, or so many Turkish photographer friends know me, because very long time I'm in this business, and I'm shocked because so many friends or so many people don't recognize me, and I'm so excited, and sometimes I don't understand some arts why so sold, sometimes visible issue. I have visible issue, and I guess so many friends talk about this issue or think issue, and interesting, but I'm so happy because photography is, I guess, more valuable on NFT. I guess like that. I think like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do understand when you say, it's always like, hey, what's going on here? Sometimes. And that's and we're so worldwide, right?
Yes.
And instead of we get used to our normal areas, but we're so worldwide in this space. And it does it's interesting, and it's a hard word to describe it. It's almost like inspiring, yet weird, yet interesting, and it's different, I guess.
Yes. So many different and similar things. Maybe creation systems, maybe collectors systems, but sometimes I see similar things in real life. I know in real life what is art, but sometimes my mind blows up. I guess I hope you understand me.
I do completely understand you. It's it's so true. My mind blows up a lot too.
But so many good artists here, and so many good art, very nice art here, and I like so much watch them. Look them, watch them, and creation that art. I like so much.
Absolutely, and I think the creative spirit has really woken up a lot of people, when coming to the space that may have been creative in the past, but never thought that they could do something with it. And I think that this space is really awakening them, to get them going and be part of this experience. I think it enriches everyone's lives.
Yes. Interesting platform, but I like. But I guess my new addiction, Twitter and NFT. NFT. Yes, I should join sometimes in real life.
Now, I have to ask, because you've been here since February. That is absolutely amazing. And I have to ask, because I know you take a lot of photography, when you decide to actually mint something, what is the process that you go through before you put it onto that blockchain?
I guess I have so many photographs because I took for a long time. And I guess NFT is thanks to NFT, because I have organized my archive better. Now it's a lot of fun to create a collection, and according to concepts and topics in my archive. And I don't know, I guess I feel and I edit and mint it, I guess. But most people knows me in real life, minimalism and especially architecture photography. And I have a few friends old friends in Twitter. You know, Tony, my old friends. He knows my job before NFT, and I like. I research my, archive and choose similar photos. Sometimes I take new photo or a collection. For example, 3 weeks ago, I shot a new collection, but I don't share yet.
Oh.
Yes, because I have so many photographs, it's not finished.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I can't wait to see what your new collection is. And I have to ask because honestly, each of these shots are just masterfully just either edited or just shot. I mean, how much time do you use Photoshop?
Huh. When I shot any photograph, I shot nasıl desem, olabildiğince en bitmiş haliyle nasıl söylerim bunu?
When she's shooting the photograph, she tries to, take the shot in a way that it would require less processing, almost, the closest to how it's processed. She's trying to capture the photograph like that. So, but ama yine de üzerinde ince ayarların ve editingin var.
Yes. Especially, black. I like so much black and white, and I edit my all photos. A little edit, a little color, contrast, and light and shadow. But sometimes some photos I edit and then I don't like, Tomorrow I edit again. I look, I don't like because I guess I'm so discipline for this, nasıl diyebilirim bunu, titiz.
She's very meticulous, actually.
Yes.
Especially black and white tones, which is why I edit black and white photos. I look same day, and I wait, look tomorrow again. But some photos sometimes it took maybe half hour. Some photos maybe 7 or 8 hours. I don't know. Sometimes edit. No, I don't like again. I don't like again. That's like.
That makes a lot of sense to me. It's funny, the process that we go through to design and make our stuff. Sometimes you have that, oh wow, it just instantly hits, and it may be like 15-20 minutes and you're very happy, and then sometimes it's like a week. and then you end up throwing it away, right?
Yes. Because I love the dramatic effect of black and white, especially black and white, and you should be perfect, because not just important about subject, tones, shapes, lines are so important too,
Absolutely, and I think that is excellent advice for people that are trying to jump into doing photography. Is not only to look at the subject, right, but to look at the surroundings, and really get a feel for what you're trying to take in the frame.
Yes, yes, exactly. And so important this told or said every time to my students, please look wide angle. You know, when you look any photo, please look wide angle. Um, Tones, shapes, subject, composition, light and shadow. Photography totally is that.
Absolutely, it's that holistic approach, to everything. Yeah, that is fantastic advice.
Yeah.
So since so you're on Ethereum mainly, you're into Tezos. The question I guess I have is, you're using the technology. How was it a struggle at first, or was it something that just felt pretty good?
Sesi, I can't hear you clearly this time.
Oh, yeah. So when you first started using and minting your work on Ethereum and stuff like Tezos,
Yes.
was it a struggle to learn how to do it, or was it just, did it feel natural by the time you started doing it?
Pelin, burada bir kelimede takıldığım için anlamadım.
Teknolojiyle aran nasıl diyor. Yani başladığın zaman
Tezos Ethereum değil mi?
geldiğin nasıl?
Anlamıştım. So bad. This is so bad. My technology, technology doesn't like me, and I don't like it. But I used to, I have to, and so many times I ask it to Pelin. Pelin better than me about that. Sometimes ask it any different friends, my other friends. But maybe this is why I take care ya da I interest in so many things. Maybe which is why, books, article, Photoshop, edit, photograph, cinema. Maybe which is why. I don't know.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, but I mean, you've obviously you've taken to this quite well. You're on Foundation, you're on Sloika, OpenSea, you have stuff on Object. You're doing fantastic, honestly, and I think we're getting. Oh man, this is going really fast as usual. But what would you? I guess what advice would you give to people, since you straddle both worlds, in the real life? You have the teaching side of things, and you're on the blockchain. What advice would you give to people that are either struggling with using this, or just getting started?
New artist, yes.
Yes.
My advice. Please learn. You should learn technology. And what is NFT? What is token? And trust her himself, and trust art, her or his art. and you should learn, or we should learn. We are learning about. We are learning new things every day. You should learn first. We are in the beginning, and we are learning every day new things, and trust yourself and trust your art, and open the development, about art, about technology, etc. I don't know. And I like any platform. I like foundation more. Which is why I guess I look a foundation site, and so simple, maybe, I don't know, because I am minimalist, maybe, which is why. But different NFT site are good too. Most important, I guess, art develop all the time, and open mind, I guess, open heart, I guess, and good communication. I have so many friends in here, and I like them, really. They are so supportive and so kind people. And please, my important advice, I think, please be sincere, and please, good conversation or good communication, I guess. This is so important, other than,
Yeah, no, that is brilliant advice. Honestly, develop your skills, think with your mind and your heart, and develop good relationships and communication with people, and be sincere. That is probably the best advice I've heard in a long time.
Yes, Pelin burada yardıma ihtiyaç duyabilirim. Yesterday, one collector, he bought my last piece, wrote to me DM, so many notification. You have so many notification. Bununla nasıl baş ediyorsun diye sordu bana.
Yeah, he asks, I think he or she, the collector asks, you have so many notifications, and how are you coping with all of these notifications? There are so many, and you have to answer them, see them, sort of stuff.
Yes, and he said, I guess people like you because so many congrats, so many dear, and I guess I said that I guess because I like them too, and I sporting them too. It's so important. Yeah, be sincere, and please, communication, so important.
Absolutely, and we definitely see that in you. And honestly, your energy is always fun. You say, I mean, your English is definitely very, very good, and you're only going to get better. And the energy that you bring is just it's very it just it. Boy, this is why you might be better in English than me, because I'm trying to find the right word. It's inspirational, but it's also what am I trying to say? it's yeah, I'm having one of those days. I might need more coffee, but yeah, it's
Yes, yes, please. Yes, please.
there it is. But we definitely feel it, you know, and then it really spreads to us. And there's a better word for that, but it spreads to us, and then we love that. So that is fantastic advice. But we have some people who are definitely wondering where the POAP is at the moment, and I want to get that out for everybody because this POAP is absolutely beautiful, and
I will learn. Pop. I will learn. I promise.
we're gonna get you. I can send you your POAP too. So yeah, it's we'll get you set up on the POAPs. But okay, so everybody who's waiting for the POAP, open your app on your phone, go to the secret word, and the secret word today is, I type it in the chats. It's cinema in photography.
Super. Pelin, I guess Pelin teach me, or you teach me, because I don't get used Discord yet, you know. So confusion, you know, my blow up, I guess, but I should get used, I guess.
Absolutely. And yes, Discord is very
Complicated, I guess.
complicated. Yes, definitely, and can be a little bit overwhelming at times. But yeah, it's a cool place to kind of chat, and then where you can go back and not lose things. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, it's oh, it looks like people are really loving this this POAP. So it looks like it's working. So I did this right.
Okay. Sometimes DC, I look like, I guess, I am like this Discord. I have FOMO. I have FOMO all the time. So many technology. Yes.
Yes.
I know one technology, photography and PC or Mac. This time so many technology, but I should learn. I know that.
Well,
I realize it.
I'll tell you, you're on the cutting edge now of Web3, and you are doing so fantastic in this space, the NFT photography space. And yeah, I am so happy to have you on today. It's been fantastic hearing about what you do, and we're really excited about all the stuff that you have going on. Maybe before we go, maybe you tell us, you know, well, you kind of already said a little bit about what you have in the works, but is there anything that you have coming up that you just want to tell everybody about?
Ses gene gitti ama nasıl bilmiyorum, neden gidiyor. Kesik kesik geliyor bazen. Sen duydun mu Pelin?
She says she can't hear you, DC.
Yes. Separate. I hear is
Your voice is breaking is what she
Yes.
says. Beni duyuyor musun?
Seni duyabiliyorum.
Senin sesin kesik geliyor. Can you repeat your question again, DC? Because I think she has difficulty in hearing.
Yes.
Absolutely. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have anything that you want to tell folks that's coming up before we go?
Gitmeden önce
Evet, yani yeni bir şey var mı? Söyleyecek bir şey var mı?
No, I want to thank you, DC. I want to thank Pelin, and I want to Well Group Whale Shark group. Really, I like it. And Pelin maybe want to tell. I told Pelin before, Telin diyorum, before, Whale Shark is so sincere group, you know. I like them. And thank you having me. And I hope my English better in the future. And so many space, so many broadcasts. We work together. I don't know, and thank you so much, my friends who watching us. I don't know. Thank you so much. Everything. I'm happy with you, and I'm happy being in NFT or Twitter. I'm really happy. You are my NFT, and my friends gave me hope. You know, give me hope all the time. This is so important for me, I guess.
I love it. And we're really and truly, it is such a pleasure to have you on the show and be able to know you and see your work. A lot of people that are watching right now are just love hearing you and love seeing your work. And they're really happy they tuned in. They love the Poe app. And so, yeah, it's been fantastic.
Thank you so much again. Really, I'm so happy now because you know I told you before. I guess on space, I'm afraid or I'm wondering if my English is not enough. It's not good, but I think. Better now, I guess. I don't know. You tell me.
It's fantastic. And honestly, I think you're only going to get better at English. Like I said, I mean, there are days when I have trouble with English. That's the only language I speak. So
One day, Pelin and I will open a Turkish space, and I want to. You will be there. Yes.
yes, I will be there. I'll learn a few words. Mustafa can help me.
Yes.
But this has been fantastic. Everybody watching, please go look at Gül's works. It's just absolutely amazing. Please follow her on Twitter. And also, she's one of our exhibiting artists. So we are so excited to have her, for this quarter. And yeah, I mean, just see what's next. I mean, she has some amazing work out there, but also there's new stuff in the pipeline. So definitely keep an eye on her because she is just fantastic all around.
Thank you so much. You made me very happy today.
That's amazing. That's
much.
amazing. and everybody really loved this interview, by the way. So we're always excited to have everybody tune in and say hi, and it's just been great.
Sean, I guess Sean.
But
Sean,
all right, everybody, and with that, we will. I think we have another event coming up soon, so stay tuned on that. But with that, we'll leave you all for today, and then stay tuned for next time.
Thank you so much again. Love you guys. Thank you, Pelin.
Thank you, Pelin.
Thank you that I'm part of this interview. It was lovely and I really enjoyed it. Thanks for your time and having me here with you guys.
It's absolutely a pleasure. And yes, we definitely have to get you on the show soon, Pelin.
Yes. Thank you so much again.
All right. Bye, everybody. I'm waving, but I don't have hands. So
bye.